The as-ever brand is struggling to find its footing in the UK market. What better way to boost SEO than a shocking reveal of the elusive prince and princess? It's a cynical view, but in the world of Hollywood PR, there are no coincidences, only planned surprises. Asterisk. Reports suggest Harry is wary. He's lived the trauma of the spotlight, and he's been vocal about protecting his kids from the digital Wild West. If this was an accidental exposure on Meghan's part, the tension inside the Montecito mansion might be higher than the headlines suggest. Asterisk. The internet is divided. Half see a doting mother sharing a slice of life. The other half see a calculated move to overshadow the Prince and Princess of Wales' upcoming US tour. The jealousy narrative is a favor of the tabloids, but it feeds into the very PR trap Meghan is accused of setting. Asterisk. But here's the twist. The trap might actually be for us. We're the ones clicking. We're the ones analyzing every frame of a blurry video. By obsessing over whether it was an accident, we're doing exactly what the Sussex PR machine needs, keeping them relevant. Asterisk. During the live stream, the moment was fleeting. A reflection in a window? A photo on a desk? Whatever it was, the damage or the delivery was done. Within minutes, the screenshots were everywhere. Asterisk. The palace remains silent, as always. But the silence from Archie is deafening. Usually, a breach of the children's privacy results in a swift legal warning. This time? Crickets. And that silence is what's fueling the PR trap fire. Asterisk. In my opinion, Meghan is in a no-win situation. If she hides them, she's cold. If she shows them, she's exploitative. But there's a difference between a candid photo and a calculated, leaked time to a product launch. Asterisk. With the 250th anniversary of American independence approaching, the royal family is looking to reclaim the U.S. narrative. This accidental reveal ensures that when William and Kate land on American soil, the conversation is still about the Sussexes. Asterisk. Critics point to the edited footage as proof of guilt. If it was an accident, why delete it? They ask. But if you accidentally showed your kids to millions, wouldn't you pull the plug too? Asterisk. Let's be real. Meghan Markle is a producer. She knows how to frame a shot. The idea that she accidentally exposed the children on a platform she controls is a hard pill for many to swallow. Asterisk. If this leads to another lawsuit, the trap is complete. It reinforces the narrative that the media is hounding them, even when the leak originated from their own camp. Asterisk. At the heart of this are two children who didn't choose the spotlight. Whether it's a PR trap or a genuine mistake, Archie and Lilibet are becoming the ultimate currency in a war of images. Asterisk. Is it all over for Meghan? Hardly. If anything, this blunder has proven that her ability to command the global conversation is as strong as ever. The trap isn't just for the media, it's for anyone who thought she was going away. Asterisk. Accident or artifice? The truth likely lies somewhere in the middle. But in the Game of Thrones and Hollywood, the accidental reveal is the oldest trick in the book. And once again, we all fell for it. Asterisk. Narrator. The video was live for exactly 4 hours. Long enough for the screenshots to circle the globe twice, but short enough for Meghan's team to claim it was an upload error. In the digital age, a delete isn't a retraction, it's a confirmation. By pulling the footage of Archie and Lilibet, they didn't hide the children. They highlighted the slip-up. Asterisk. While the world was squinting at blurry toddler faces, a different kind of trap was being exposed. A website glitch on Meghan's lifestyle site, as ever, reportedly revealed massive amounts of unsold stock. Over 80,000 tubs of flour, sprinkles, and 130,000 fruit spreads sitting in a warehouse. Was the accidental family reveal a tactical smokescreen to hide a brand that isn't as sold out as the PR claims? Asterisk. This isn't the first time the accident card has been played. Remember the Halloween pumpkin carving clip? A brief flash of the kids, a swift deletion, and a week of headlines. If it's a mistake, it's a remarkably consistent one. Critics argue that Meghan is using her children as engagement bait to keep the algorithm favoring her brand. Asterisk. Here is the contradiction. Harry is currently fighting the UK government in court, claiming his family is unsafe without state-funded armed security. Yet in Montecito, the children are being shared accidentally or not to millions of followers. You can't argue that your children are ghosts for safety. Reasons while using them as cameos in a lifestyle launch. Asterisk. At Sundance 2026, Meghan was asked point-blank about Princess Lilibet's future. Her answer? "We'll explore whatever feels right. It's the ultimate PR non-answer, keeping the door open for a prince and princess brand while maintaining the privacy shield when it suits the narrative." Asterisk. Industry experts are whispering that 2026 is the year the Sussex royal privacy wall finally crumbles. With the departure of their 11th publicist, Meredith Maines, many believe Meghan is taking the reins herself, pivoting toward a Kardashian-style open-book approach. The accident was just the pilot episode. Asterisk. Reliable sources suggest Harry was blindsided by the live stream leak. For a man who views the camera lens as a literal weapon, seeing his children's faces on a public feed is a nightmare. Is the PR trap actually causing a rift within the Montecito walls? Asterisk. In my opinion, there is no such thing as an accident in a multi-million-dollar brand rollout. The lighting was too perfect, the glimpse was too framed. It feels like organic content designed in a boardroom, a way to satisfy public curiosity without appearing to sell. The kids. Asterisk. Meghan's team is reportedly gearing up to dominate the UK gem market. Yes, you heard that right. But to win over a skeptical British public, she needs more than just organic raspberries. She needs the royal factor. Archie and Lilibet are the bridge back to that royal fascination. Asterisk. Not everyone is buying the hype. Royal commentators are predicting 2026 will be a year of zero breakthroughs for the Duchess. They argue that these accidental reveals are a sign of desperation, a last-ditch effort to stay relevant as the Netflix deal nears its end. Asterisk. Harry recently warned about the dangers of AI in the digital world for children. "You should be worried," he said. And yet, the screenshots of his children from the As Ever leak are now being used to train the very algorithms he fears. The irony is as thick as the Ever raspberry spread. Asterisk. After the high-profile photo drama with the Kardashians late last year, many wondered if Meghan would adopt their overexposure model. If the children are now appearing in carefree zoo clips and grocery list videos, the transition from royal to reality is nearly complete. Asterisk. Back to the stock numbers. PR experts claim the sold-out badges on the website are a psychological trick creating scarcity where none exists. When the scarcity fails, you bring in the big guns. A rare look at the prince and princess to drive traffic back to the store. Asterisk. Fact. Archie and Lilibet haven't been on UK soil in over 3 years, with King Charles reportedly keen to see his grandchildren. The timing of these EU space leaks feels like a message to the palace: if you want to see them, you watch the stream like everyone else. Asterisk. Even the Sundance documentary Cookie Queens is being used to soften the image. By discussing Lilibet joining the Girl Scouts, Meghan is positioning her daughter as the all-American princess. It's a brilliant PR pivot, moving from oppressed royal to relatable California mom. Asterisk. The bitter blow for the Sussexes isn't the media criticism. It's the potential loss of the Netflix contract. Without new truth bombs to drop, the only content left is the family. And that makes the children the most profitable content they have left. Asterisk. Meghan is often seen channeling Princess Diana's style, but she's also channeling her media savvy. Diana knew the power of a candid photo to change a narrative. Meghan is doing the same, but with 2026 technology and a direct-to-consumer storefront. Asterisk. Is privacy being rebranded as exclusivity? In the Sussex world, privacy doesn't mean staying out of the light. It means controlling the dimmer switch. The accident was just Meghan turning the dial up for a moment to see who was still watching. Asterisk. Royal insiders warn that this PR trap could backfire. By using the children to boost a lifestyle brand, they risk losing the high ground in their fight for security. If the children are public figures for business, they are public figures for the press. Asterisk. As we move further into 2026, the question isn't whether it was an accident. The question is, what is the next reveal? Because once you open the door to the nursery, you can never truly close it again. Asterisk. Waitlist or wasted stock. In January 2026, a website glitch on the As Ever platform reportedly exposed internal data showing tens of thousands of unsold items, from flour sprinkles to jams. While her team calls it preparing for global expansion, critics call it the scam jam, a facade of success fueled by the very PR traps we're seeing unfold now. Fast forward to the Sundance Film Festival last week. While the headlines were supposed to be about her executive-produced documentary Cookie Queens, the accidental livestream clip of the kids stole the show. It's a classic Hollywood pivot. If the product isn't the talk of the town, make the person the talk of the town. Cookie Queens follows the high-pressure world of Girl Scout cookie sales ambition, entrepreneurship, and the loss of childhood innocence. The irony isn't lost on anyone. As Meghan introduces a film about the pressures on young girls, her own daughter is being used as a tactical piece in a brand-building livestream. It wasn't just the livestream. Recent snippets showed Prince Archie feeding a rhino and Princess Lilibet in a swimming pool. These aren't accidents anymore. They're a content strategy. By trickling out these candid moments, Meghan is slowly conditioning the public to see the children as part of the as-ever lifestyle aesthetic. The timing is brutal. Just days before these clips surfaced, Prince Harry was in a London courtroom, visibly emotional, testifying that the UK tabloids make his life an absolute misery and put his family at risk. How does Harry reconcile that fear with Meghan's decision to broadcast their home life to millions? Royal commentators like Kinsey Schofield are highlighting a growing divide. While Harry seems content playing the stay-at-home dad in Montecito, Meghan is in mogul mode. The children are the bridge between his desire for privacy and her need for a relatable, family-oriented brand. Why change from American Riviera Orchard to As Ever? Insiders say the original name was too regal and restrictive. As Ever sounds like a sign-off to a letter personal, intimate, and accessible. And nothing says intimate like an accidental glimpse into the royal nursery. The PR trap isn't just for clicks. It's for investors. As Meghan eyes markets in the UK and Asia for 2026, she needs to prove her influence hasn't waned. A viral slip-up involving the children proves she can still stop the internet, and that's a metric she can take to the bank. For years, they used emojis to hide the kids' faces. In 2026, the emojis are gone, replaced by blurry live-action frames. It's a subtle shift that moves the goalposts of privacy. If the face is visible but accidental, they maintain the legal right to sue anyone who reposts it, while still reaping the engagement despite the noise. Some experts are predicting zero breakthroughs for the Sussexes this year. They argue that styling and sanctimony aren't enough to sustain a business. If the jam isn't selling and the documentary is getting mixed reviews, the only breakthrough left is the one thing they promised to keep private. Let's talk about those 220,000 jars of jam revealed in the glitch. That's not a small batch artisan business. That's mass production. To move that much inventory, you need a massive, constant stream of traffic. An accidental reveal of a prince and princess is the most effective digital billboard on earth. Critics point to the black and white garden photos released recently. They look like paparazzi shots, but the metadata suggests they were professionally staged. It's the PR trap in its purest form, making the manufactured look accidental. So the audience feels like they're getting a secret peek. Next up for As Ever is the Be Your Own Valentine chocolate collection. Expect more candid family moments to coincide with the drop. In the Sussex world, every holiday is a marketing opportunity, and every family milestone is a potential exclusive. With their Netflix contract reportedly on thin ice, the pressure is on. With love, Meghan hasn't hit the numbers they hoped for. The PR trap involving Archie and Lilibet might be a last-ditch effort to prove to the streaming giant that the family remains a global fascination. The latest season of Meghan's show dropped at 3 a.m. ET. It's a global release strategy, but it also allows leaks to circulate in the UK while the US is still asleep. By the time Montecito wakes up, the accident is already a worldwide headline. Harry's legal team is arguing that the press shouldn't even know where they are. Meanwhile, the As Ever live stream showed enough of the interior of their home for architectural buffs to map out the room. Is Meghan accidentally sabotaging Harry's legal battles for the sake of her brand? At Sundance, Meghan spoke about the layers and complexities of girlhood. But what about the complexity of being a 4-year-old princess whose face is being used to modernize a corporate image? The trap isn't just for the media. It's the environment the kids are growing up in. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement. By only showing the kids accidentally and rarely, she keeps the value of those images incredibly high. If they were on a reality show every week, the PR trap would lose its teeth. The accident is what keeps the price up. When critics say it's all over, they mean the illusion of the privacy-first Sussexes. The mask didn't just slip. It was taken off for a better camera angle. 2026 is the year we see the Sussexes for what they've become. The ultimate Hollywood PR machine. As the live stream cut to black, the damage or the data was clear. Whether it was a mother's mistake or a mogul's maneuver, the PR trap has been sprung. And once again, the world is talking about everything except the jam, while the world was busy zooming in on the accidental clip of Lilibet. A much more revealing glitch was happening on the as-ever back end. Rumors are swirling that internal inventory numbers are briefly visible to anyone with a basic knowledge of HTML. We're talking about 220,000 jars of jam and 80,000 tins of flour sprinkles sitting in a warehouse. If it's selling out as the PR claims, why are the stacks still so high? It gets weirder. Reports out of Hollywood suggest that Netflix offices have turned into a makeshift storage unit for Meghan's brand. Employees are reportedly being told to take home jars of as-ever honey and bottles of rose for free. When your luxury product becomes a break room giveaway, the sold-out narrative starts to look like the real PR trap. Fact, just last week, Harry and Meghan made their Sundance debut for Cookie Queens. Meghan was in high spirits, talking about thin mints and nostalgia. But observers noticed something. The children weren't just a topic of conversation. They were the visual bridge. The accidental video of Archie feeding a rhino dropped almost simultaneously with the premiere. Coincidence? Not in this industry. The departure of senior publicist Meredith Maines has sent shockwaves through the industry. Former staffers described the Sussex office as a DEFCON 1 environment where minor issues become global crises. If the accidental leak of the kids was actually a mistake, you can bet the fallout inside those Montalcito walls was explosive. Industry insiders are claiming that top-tier PR firms are now rejecting the Sussex account, labeling them difficult and cheap. They allegedly want Beyoncé-level results on a fraction of the budget. Is this accidental family content a way to generate free PR because the professionals are no longer willing to take the call? In my opinion, the pivot to Cookie Queens and Girl Scout nostalgia is a brilliant, if transparent, attempt to Americanize the brand. By talking about Lilibet joining the Scouts, Meghan is building a normal-ish narrative that distracts from the massive inventory glitch and the cooling Netflix deal. Why abandon American Riviera Orchard? Meghan herself admitted in a recent clip that the name was too limited, as ever is her attempt to return to the TIG roots. But the TIG didn't have the weight of 2 royal titles and a global spotlight. You can't be as ever when everything has changed. Let's talk about that rhino video. It was a rare high-definition glimpse of Prince Archie in Africa. It was touching, yes, but it also conveniently aligned with Harry's latest legal battles over security. It sends a message. Look at what we're protecting. It's a PR shield, disguised as a home movie. Marketing experts are calling out the sold-out badges on the As Ever website. If 23,000 bottles of Napa Valley Rose are still available according to the shopping cart glitch, then the sold-out sign is nothing more than psychological warfare to drive up demand. It's a PR trap for the consumer's wallet. A source told Page 6 that Netflix staffers are literally walking out with 10 products for free. If the streamer is giving away the inventory they helped produce, it suggests they've given up on the retail value. The PR trap might be Meghan's way of proving to Netflix that people still care, even if they aren't buying. With the Be Your Own Valentine chocolate collection launching, expect the accidental family content to ramp up. It's the Sussex cycle, a hint of the kids, a surge in web traffic, and a push for the latest product. It's a formula that's starting to feel a little too scripted. In London, Harry's lawyers are arguing that his children's location and movements are a matter of life and death. In California, those same movements are being used accidentally or not to promote a lifestyle brand. The PR trap isn't just a media game. It's a legal liability. At Sundance, Meghan described the documentary as a meaningful depiction of an American tradition, but critics are asking, is she the cookie queen of her own narrative? Using a film about the pressures on young girls while simultaneously putting her own daughter in a viral leak is a level of irony that's hard to ignore. The @Meghan Instagram account remains the most powerful coming soon page in history. Every time there's a glitch or an accident, that account gains thousands of followers. The PR trap is the long game of building an audience without ever having to actually post a photo. Being called cheap in Hollywood is worse than being called difficult. If the reports are true that major agencies are walking away due to budget disputes, the accidental family content is Meghan's only way to maintain her A-list status without the A-list price tagged up by releasing the footage of Archie in Africa. They are leaning back into the Sunnyvale and Invictus Harry. It's a reminder of his royal work. A stark contrast to the jam and candles Meghan. The PR trap here is trying to blend the two worlds into one cohesive Sussex brand. When your top publicist quits after only 10 months, something is wrong. Meredith Maines was supposed to be the one to fix the image. Without her, the accidental leaks feel less like a strategy and more like a desperate attempt to control the narrative by any means necessary. Meghan recently spoke about her rose and thorn routine with Lilibet, sharing the best and worst parts of their day. If the rose is the global fame, the thorn is surely the fact that every accidental moment becomes a headline about a PR trap. I think we're seeing the end of the road for the privacy excuse. You can't have a multi-million-dollar lifestyle brand and a private family life when the two are so clearly intertwined for marketing purposes. The trap has finally caught the trapper's dot as we move into the rest of 2026. The question remains, was it a glitch, a blunder, or a masterstroke? One thing is certain, Meghan Markle knows exactly where the camera is, even when she's pretending she doesn't. And that's the biggest PR trap of all. While the world was fixated on a blurry screen grab of Lilibet, the real leak was numeric. Reports out of the As Ever headquarters suggest an internal audit was triggered immediately following the January website glitch. It turns out that 220,000 jars of jam figure wasn't just a glitch, it was a glimpse into a brand that's heavily over-leveraged. Meghan isn't just selling jam. She's selling the illusion of a sell-out at Sundance 2026. Meghan called Cookie Queens a powerful depiction of an American tradition, but critics are pointing out a glaring contrast. The film celebrates young girls working hard for every sale, while the As Ever strategy seems to rely on accidental royal reveals to move inventory. One is about merit. The other is about a PR trap. Here's the legal reality. Prince Harry's lawyers admitted in court last month that no formal risk assessment has been done for the family since 2019. This is the security gap they are using to fight the Home Office. But how do you argue for high-level state protection when your own lifestyle brand is accidentally broadcasting your children's faces and your home's interior to the global public? Why did the accidental footage drop at 3 a.m. Eastern Time? In the PR world, that's called a ghost drop. It allows the content to go viral in the UK and Europe while the US media is asleep. By the time the Sussexes scramble to delete it, the images have already been archived by every tabloid in London. The trap is sprung before the sun even rises in California. The departure of Meredith Maines on December 26, 2025, wasn't just a holiday transition. Sources say the chief communications officer was exhausted by the constant need to manage manufactured crises. When your 11th publicist leaves, the PR trap starts to look less like a strategy and more like a symptom of a sinking ship. The most damning report of early 2026? Netflix employees at the Hollywood campus reportedly being offered free As Ever products from overstocked storage rooms. When your $89 bottles of Brut sparkling wine are being treated like break room donuts, the exclusive brand narrative is officially dead. Was the Lilibet reveal a desperate attempt to reignite interest in a failing product line? In my opinion, Meghan's obsession with Thin Mints and girlhood at Sundance is a carefully constructed shield. By leaning into the most wholesome American traditions, she's trying to scrub the royal label off and replace it with self-made mogul. But as long as she uses those royal-titled children for clicks, the rebrand will always feel hollow. Tech experts who analyze the deleted live stream noticed something interesting. The clip wasn't a live blunder. The metadata suggests it was a pre-recorded segment edited into the live feed. This wasn't a mother forgetting to turn off the camera. It was a production choice. A trap dressed up as a slip-up. Royal expert Kinsey Schofield is calling 2026 the year of zero breakthroughs for the Sussexes. The argument is simple. They've run out of secrets. Once you've exposed the kids accidentally, what's left? The PR trap is a diminishing asset, and the public is starting to see the wires behind the magic trick. While King Charles is reportedly keen to see his grandchildren, the As Ever brand continues to move in the opposite direction. By using the children as promotional tools in the US, the Sussexes are making it harder for a royal reunion to ever feel authentic. Every hug now looks like a potential SKU. Fact: the Girl Scout cookie business is worth $800 million. Meghan is a student of the market. She knows that nostalgia plus scarcity equals profit. The PR trap isn't just about the kids. It's about positioning herself as the cookie queen of the lifestyle world. Using the same high-pressure tactics the documentary critiques, it happened again with Gloria Steinem. A private Christmas card showing the kids was accidentally visible in a photo of Steinem's office. These background leaks are a hallmark of the Sussex PR playbook. It allows them to share the image without the crassness of a direct post. The headlines say Harry in panic mode, but the reality is likely more calculated. This is a family that is sued over drone photos. If they aren't suing over these accidental livestream exposures, it's because the exposure was the goal. Silence is the ultimate proof of consent. With February 14th approaching, the Be Your Own Valentine collection is the next test. Will we see another accidental glimpse of the kids helping Meghan bake? In the world of As Ever, the children are the ultimate seasonal decor. One source claimed employees were leaving the Netflix office with multiple items. If the streamer is literally giving the brand away, it means the partnership is purely about content now, not commerce. The PR trap is Meghan's way of keeping her commercial value alive while the inventory gathers dust. Fans are debating who the children look like, the Spencers or the Markles. By fueling this debate through accidental reveals, Meghan keeps the ties to Princess Diana's family alive. Even as she distances herself from the current king, it's a surgical use of DNA for branding. Meghan claims the high inventory is for global expansion. But you don't expand globally when your domestic staff is giving the product away for free. The trap is the narrative that the brand is too big for America, when it might actually be too small for the Sussex ego. Archie and Lilibet haven't been to the UK in 3 years. Each accidental reveal in the US is a brick in the wall between them and their royal heritage. The PR trap might be working for the brand, but is it working for the children? In 2026, the privacy shield has been replaced by the content shield. They aren't hiding anymore. They are curating, and in a curated life. Even an accident is a choice. As the As Ever stock continues to sit in those storage rooms. One thing is clear: the most successful product Meghan Markle has ever launched is the mystery of her children. And she just accidentally gave it away for free. Is it all over? Or is the next trap already being set? In mid-January 2026, Meghan didn't just share a photo. She shared a time machine, posting a black and white video of her and Harry dancing in their Montecito garden. She captioned it, "When 2026 feels just like 2016. It was a blatant attempt to recapture the honeymoon magic of Botswana, but the real headline wasn't the dance. It was the person holding the camera, for the first time ever. A public post carried the credit, filmed by Princess Lilibet. At 4 years old, Lily isn't just a subject. She's a contributor. Critics are calling it a PR trap of the highest order, using the child's art to bypass privacy complaints. If the daughter films the mother, is it still a breach of privacy, or is it just family fun for the algorithm? The video was followed by a family roundup that sent the internet into a tailspin. We saw a vibrant, red-haired Prince Archie feeding a baby rhino at the Living Desert Zoo. It was the clearest shot we've had in years. It confirms Harry's strong ginger gene claim, but it also confirms that the Sussexes have officially traded the privacy card for the engagement card. Here's the cold, hard data. Netflix's latest engagement report for 2025 placed with love. Meghan at number 1,224, it failed to crack the top 1,000. For a global icon, those numbers are a catastrophe. Is it any wonder that just weeks after these reports surfaced, the children, the only 2 people who can still guarantee a top trending spot, finally made their accidental debut? The $100 million exclusive deal is dead. In late 2025, Netflix quietly moved the Sussexes to a first-look deal. In Hollywood terms, that's a demotion. Netflix is no longer paying them to exist. They're only paying if the content is irresistible. And what's more irresistible than a prince and a princess at home? At Sundance 2026, the room was filled with applause for Cookie Queens. Meghan was the star of the red carpet in an all-black ensemble, but the PR trap followed her there too. In her intro, she spoke about her children, asking her to make a film they would want to watch. Even in Park City, the kids are the ultimate supporting characters in our narrative. Let's revisit the website glitch. While Meghan's camp claims the high inventory numbers, 220,000 jars of jam, are for global expansion, the math doesn't add up. If her first batch of 50 jars was exclusive, why are there 130,000 jars currently sitting in a warehouse? It suggests a massive overcalculation of her own selling power. The contrast is jarring. In London, Harry told a judge that the press makes his wife's life an absolute misery. In Montecito, that same misery is being invited into the backyard for a choreographed dance video. The PR trap isn't just for the public. It's a trap for Harry's own legal credibility. Reports are surfacing that, as ever, products are being given away as gift bags at Netflix wrap parties. When your $42 jam becomes a take-1-if-want freebie, the luxury brand image is shattered. The accidental family reveals are the only thing left to keep the prestige alive. In my opinion, the video of Archie feeding the rhino was a tactical strike. It dropped the same week Harry lost a key ruling in his security case. By showing Archie in a vulnerable yet sweet moment, it tugs at the heartstrings of the public, making the legal battle feel more personal. During the live stream accident, the camera panned across their luxurious L-shaped pool. For a couple that sued over drone photos of their porch, showing the layout of their backyard to millions of Instagram followers is a bizarre 180-degree turn. Is the privacy era officially all over? At Sundance, Meghan leaned heavily into her Girl Scout past, even revealing her favorite cookie. It's a rebranding effort to make her the all-American mom. But as long as the children have titles and live in a $14 million fortress, the Relatable Mom Act feels like another layer of the PR trap. Industry sources claim with love. Meghan will not be renewed for a third season. The show's failure to resonate with audiences is a bitter blow. The pivot to family-friendly documentaries like Cookie Queens is a survival move. And the kids are being used to soften the transition. Timing of these accidental leaks always in the middle of the night. For the US is designed to dominate the UK news cycle, while the Sussexes are asleep. By the time they react to the leak, the photos are on every front page in London. It's a way to stay in the UK press without appearing to court them. With the exit of their veteran PR lead, Meredith Maines, the Sussex machine is looking unpolished. These accidental leaks feel more desperate and less strategic. When the professionals leave the room, the traps start to look more like trips. Digital forensic experts suggest the candid holiday photo on the bridge was actually a composite of 3 different shots. If you're photoshopping your private family moments to perfection, is it really about privacy or is it about protecting a brand image? Meghan spoke at Sundance about the complexity of the girlhood experience, yet she's giving her own daughter video credits on global social media posts. The PR trap is the irony of preaching about protecting children while making them part of the corporate content machine. The As Ever website briefly showed 0 stock on some items, but the backend glitch revealed tens of thousands of units available. This artificial scarcity is a classic influencer trick. But when you're a duchess, the public expects transparency, not PR traps. Showing Archie's red hair so clearly wasn't an accident. It's a visual anchor to the Spencer legacy, a way to say, he is his father's son. It's a powerful marketing tool in the fight for the People's Prince title. Is it all over? The privacy claim certainly is. As we move further into 2026, the Sussexes are no longer the most private royals. They're the most curated celebrities. The PR trap has been sprung. And we're all just waiting for the next accidental click. In late January 2026, Meghan didn't just share a video. She shared a credits roll. A black and white clip of her and Harry dancing in their garden carried a shocking caption, filmed by Princess Lilibet. At just 4 years old, Lilibet is being positioned as a creator. It's a brilliant PR trap. If a child films the private moment, how can the press be accused of intrusion when the parents are the ones hitting upload? Then came the Sunday Funday dump. For the first time, we saw a clear, high-definition Prince Archie feeding a baby rhino at the Living Desert Zoo. His red hair was unmistakable, catching the California sun. After years of blurry back-of-the-head shots, the ginger gene is finally being used as a brand anchor. It's no longer about hiding. It's about high-quality curation. While the kids were trending, the As Ever website was breaking. A January 6th glitch allegedly allowed Reddit users to see the true inventory numbers. 220,000 jars of jam, 90,000 candles, 70,000 bottles of wine. For a brand that claims to sell out in hours, why is there enough stock to fill a small stadium? The PR trap of artificial scarcity has been exposed by a simple coding error. At Sundance 2026, Meghan was the cookie queen herself, introducing her documentary about Girl Scouts. She spoke about the complexity of the girlhood experience. But critics were quick to point out the irony. She's executive, producing a film about the pressures on young girls while her own daughter is filming content for a global brand. It's a layered narrative, but who is it really serving? Fact: just weeks ago, Prince Harry was in a London court claiming his family is in immediate danger without state-funded police protection. Yet, days later, Meghan is broadcasting their exact weekend itinerary from the zoo to their backyard pool on Instagram. You can't claim the world is a wild west of danger while simultaneously giving the outlaws a map to your front door. The timing of these accidental family reveals is surgical. They almost always drop at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, prime morning news hours for the UK tabloids. By the time the Sussexes scramble to delete or archive the stories in California, the images are already the lead story on every British breakfast show. It's a way to feed the beast without appearing to sit at the table. Internal reports from the Netflix Hollywood campus suggest As Ever products are being distributed for free in the break rooms. When your $89 sparkling wine is being given away like leftover catering, the luxury trap has failed. Was the accidental Lilibet reveal a desperate attempt to show Netflix that the Sussex sparkle still has retail value? Meghan's caption, "When 2026 feels just like 2016, was a tactical move to shut down separation rumors. By leaning into the nostalgia of their early days in Botswana, she's trying to reset the brand to a time when they were universally loved. But in 2026, the public is much more wary of the PR trap hidden behind the romantic filter. In my opinion, the most calculated moment was the photo of Lilibet's grocery checklist. It featured cute drawings of carrots and flowers with "Yay, you did it" written at the bottom. It's designed to make the Princess of Sussex look like any other relatable toddler. But most toddlers don't have their checklists shared with 12 million people to help sell organic jam. The departure of their 11th publicist, Meredith Mayne's Unboxing Day, was the final straw for many industry insiders. When the pros walk out, the accidental leaks start. Without a senior communications director to say no, Meghan is free to run her own PR, and the result is a messy blend of family photos and failed inventory management. During the accidental pan of her garden, Meghan showed off their massive L-shaped pool. For a woman who once complained about her privacy being violated by a single long-lens photo, she is now the one providing the high-rise floor plan of her estate. The PR trap has turned the Montecito fortress into a glass house. At Sundance, Meghan revealed her favorite cookie is a Thin Mint. It's a classic relatable answer. But the trap is that everything she does is now tied to the As Ever brand. Don't be surprised if an As Ever mint chocolate collection drops just in time for the documentary's streaming premiere. Royal commentators are calling 2026 the year of zero breakthroughs. They argue that jam and jewelry aren't enough to sustain a global legacy. If the inventory glitch is true and the products aren't moving, the accidental family content is the only breakthrough they have left, and it's a card they can only play so many times. Fact: the Girl Scout cookie business is worth $800 million. Meghan knows the value of that wholesome American market. By executive producing Cookie Queens, she's trying to insert herself into the DNA of American motherhood. The PR trap is making her brand synonymous with tradition, while her life is anything but traditional. While Archie feeds a rhino in California, King Charles is reportedly distressed by the lack of contact with his grandchildren. The PR trap here is the exclusion. By sharing these moments with the public but not the family, the Sussexes are using their children as pawns in a very public, Very Cold War. Rumors suggest an internal panic audit was triggered after the website glitch. If 220,000 jars are sitting in a warehouse, that's millions of dollars in stagnant capital. The accidental Lilibet video wasn't a mistake. It was a distraction from a brand that's failing to launch in the way they promised. Investors. The high-res shots of Archie's red hair aren't just for fans. It's a visual reminder to the British public. This is Diana's grandson. In the world of royal PR, DNA is the ultimate currency. If you can't have the titles, you lean into the resemblance. Privacy in 2026 doesn't mean being unseen. It means being exclusively seen. The Sussexes have rebranded privacy as a commodity. You can't see the kids for free in a tabloid, but you can see them accidentally if you follow the Duchess's lifestyle brand. It's the ultimate pay-to-play PR trap, with their $100 million deal officially downgraded to a first-look agreement. The pressure is on. With love, Meghan failed to chart. Cookie Queens is a critical darling but a niche documentary. The accidental family reveals are the heavy hitters. They're using to keep Netflix from walking away entirely. As the Sundance lights dimmed, the question remained, did Meghan accidentally expose her children? Or did she finally admit that her children are her only successful product? The PR trap has been sprung and the whole world is caught in the middle. Is it all over? No, it's just getting started. The credit line that broke the internet, filmed by Princess Lilibet in late January 2026. Meghan shared a candid video of her and Harry dancing in their Montecito garden. But it wasn't the moves that sparked the frenzy. By explicitly crediting her 4-year-old daughter, Meghan turned a home movie into a tactical PR shield. If the child is the cinematographer, does that make the content art or just another way to bypass privacy complaints while keeping the kids in the algorithm? And then came the Sunday Funday dump. For the first time, the world saw Prince Archie in crisp, high definition as he fed a baby rhino at a local wildlife park. His red hair, Harry's famous ginger gene, was unmistakable in the California sun. After years of blurry, black and white, back-of-the-head shots, the Sussexes have officially traded the privacy card for the engagement card. This isn't a leak. It's a high-res debut. But while the kids were trending, the As Ever website was breaking. A coding glitch in January 2026 allegedly allowed tech-savvy users to see the true back-end inventory numbers. 220,000 jars of jam, 90,000 candles, 70,000 bottles of rose. For a brand that claims to sell out in minutes, why is there enough stock to fill a stadium sitting in a warehouse? The PR trap of artificial scarcity has been exposed by a simple website error. At Sundance 2026, Meghan was in her element introducing Cookie Queens. She spoke about mentorship and tradition, but the irony was thick enough to spread on toast. She's executive producing a documentary about the pressures on young girls in business while her own daughter is filming content for a multi-million-dollar brand. Critics are asking, is this a documentary or a blueprint for the Sussex kids' future? The timing is brutal. Just last week, Prince Harry was in a London courtroom, visibly emotional, testifying that his wife and children are unsafe in the UK without state-funded armed security. Yet in Montecito, their exact weekend itinerary and home layout are being shared on Instagram for likes. The PR trap isn't just a media game anymore. It's a direct contradiction to Harry's legal survival strategy. Why do these accidents always happen at 3 a.m. Eastern Time? In the world of PR, that's the ghost drop. It ensures the content hits the UK morning news cycle perfectly. By the time the Sussexes react and delete the footage in California, the images are already the lead story in London. It's a way to be the headline without having to answer the phone. Internal reports from Netflix's Hollywood campus have added fuel to the fire. Employees are reportedly being offered free as ever gift sets from overstocked storage rooms. When your luxury jam is being treated like a break room snack, the prestige trap is officially broken. Was the accidental family reveal a desperate attempt to prove to Netflix that the brand still has sparkle? Meghan's caption, "When 2026 feels just like 2016, was a tactical masterstroke designed to shut down split rumors. By leaning into the nostalgia of their early romance, she's trying to reset the brand to its peak popularity. But in 2026, the audience is far more cynical. They don't see a fairy tale. They see a production. In my opinion, The accidental glimpse of Lilibet's hand-drawn grocery list was the most calculated move of all. It's designed to make a princess look like every other toddler. But most toddlers don't have their drawings used as a lead-in for a luxury lifestyle brand. It's relatability as a retail strategy. With the exit of their veteran communications chief, Meredith Maines, on December 26, the Sussex office is looking unpolished. These accidental leaks feel less like a strategy and more like a gamble. When the pros leave the room, the PR traps start to look more like PR trips, clunky, obvious, and desperate. During the accidental pan of her garden, Meghan showed off their massive L-shaped pool. For a couple that sued over a single drone photo, providing a high-rise floor plan of their estate to 12 million followers is a staggering 180-degree turn. Is the privacy era officially dead, or was it just a placeholder until the products were ready to ship? At Sundance, Meghan revealed her favorite cookie is a Thin Mint. It's a classic, safe, American answer. But the trap is the timing. Don't be surprised if As Ever launches a mint chocolate collection just as Cookie Queen's hits streaming. Every personal preference is now a potential product line. Royal commentators are calling 2026 the year of zero breakthroughs. They argue that jam and jewelry aren't enough to sustain a global legacy. If the inventory glitch is true and the products aren't moving, the accidental family content is the only breakthrough. They have left, and it's a card you can only play once before it loses its value. Fact: the Girl Scout cookie business is worth $800 million annually. Meghan is a student of the market. By executive producing a film about it, she's trying to align her brand with wholesome American motherhood. The PR trap is making her brand synonymous with tradition while her life remains entirely apart from it, while Archie feeds a rhino in California. King Charles is reportedly distressed by the continued lack of contact with his grandchildren. The PR trap here is the exclusivity. By sharing these moments with the public via accidents, but not with the children's own grandfather, the Sussexes are using their kids as a wall, not a bridge. Rumors suggest a panic audit was triggered at the As Ever offices after the inventory numbers leaked. If 220,000 jars are sitting in a warehouse, that's millions of dollars in stagnant capital. The accidental Lilibet video wasn't a mistake. It was a firebreak designed to change the subject from business. Failure to family cuteness. The high-raised shots of Archie's red hair aren't just for cute factor. It's a visual anchor to the Spencer legacy, a way to say, he is Diana's grandson. In the war of images, DNA is the ultimate currency. If you can't have the royal proximity, you lean into the royal resemblance. Privacy in 2026 has been rebranded as exclusivity. The Sussexes have turned their private life into a pay-to-play commodity. You can't see the kids in a tabloid, but you can see them accidentally if you follow the Duchess's lifestyle brand. It's the ultimate subscription model for royal watchers, with their $100 million deal officially downgraded to first look. The pressure is on. With love, Meghan failed to chart. Cookie Queens is a critical darling but a commercial question mark. The accidental family reveals are the heavy hitters, being used to keep Netflix from pulling the plug entirely. As the Sundance lights dimmed, the question remained, did Meghan accidentally expose her children? Or did she finally admit that her children are the only product the world still wants to buy? The PR trap has been sprung and the whole world is caught in the crossfire. Is it all over? No, it's just the beginning of the end of the privacy myth. In late January 2026, Meghan didn't just share a video. She shared a credits roll. A black and white clip of her and Harry dancing in their Montecito garden carried a shocking caption, filmed by Princess Lilibet. At just 4 years old, Lilibet is being positioned as a creator. It's a brilliant PR trap. If a child films the private moment, how can the press be accused of intrusion when the parents are the ones hitting upload? And came the Sunday Funday dump. For the first time, we saw it clear. High-definition Prince Archie feeding a baby rhino at the Living Desert Zoo. His red hair. Harry's famous ginger gene was unmistakable in the California sun. After years of blurry back-of-the-head shots, the Sussexes have officially traded the privacy card for the engagement card. This isn't a leak. It's a high-risk debut. But while the kids were trending, the As Ever website was breaking. A coding glitch in January 2026 allowed tech-savvy users to see the true back-end inventory numbers. 220,000 jars of jam. 90,000 candles, 70,000 bottles of wine. For a brand that claims to sell out in minutes, why is there enough stock to fill a stadium sitting in a warehouse? The PR trap of artificial scarcity has been exposed by a simple website error. At Sundance 2026, Meghan was the cookie queen herself, introducing her documentary about Girl Scouts. She spoke about the complexity of the girlhood experience. But critics were quick to point out the irony. She's executive, producing a film about the pressures on young girls while her own daughter is filming content for a global brand. It's a layered narrative, but who is it really serving? Fact: just weeks ago, Prince Harry was in a London court claiming his family is in immediate danger without state-funded police protection. Yet, days later, Meghan is broadcasting their exact weekend itinerary from the zoo to their backyard pool on Instagram. You can't claim the world is a wild west of danger while simultaneously giving the outlaws a map to your front door. Why do these accidents always happen at 3 a.m. Eastern Time? In the world of PR, that's the ghost drop. It ensures the content hits the UK morning news cycle perfectly. By the time the Sussexes scramble to delete or archive the stories in California, the images are already the lead story on every British breakfast show. It's a way to feed the beast without appearing to sit at the table. Internal reports from the Netflix Hollywood campus suggest as ever products are being distributed for free in the break rooms. When your $89 sparkling wine is being given away like leftover catering, the luxury trap has failed. Was the accidental Lilibet reveal a desperate attempt to show Netflix that the Sussex sparkle still has retail value? Meghan's caption, "When 2026 feels just like 2016, was a tactical move to shut down separation rumors. By leaning into the nostalgia of their early days in Botswana, she's trying to reset the brand to a time when they were universally loved. But in 2026, the public is far more wary of the PR trap hidden behind the romantic filter. In my opinion, the most calculated moment was the photo of Lilibet's grocery checklist. It featured cute drawings of carrots and flowers with "Yay, you did it" written at the bottom. It's designed to make the Princess of Sussex look like any other relatable toddler. But most toddlers don't have their checklists shared with 12 million people to help sell organic jam. The departure of their 11th publicist, Meredith Maines, on Boxing Day was the final straw for many industry insiders. When the pros walk out, the accidental leaks start. Without a senior communications director to say no, Meghan is free to run her own PR, and the result is a messy blend of family photos and failed inventory management. During the accidental pan of her garden, Meghan showed off their massive L-shaped pool. For a woman who once complained about her privacy being violated by a single long lens photo, she's now the one providing the high-rise floor plan of her estate. The PR trap has turned the Montecito fortress into a glass house. At Sundance, Meghan revealed her favorite cookie is a Thin Mint. It's a classic relatable answer. But the trap is that everything she does is now tied to the As Ever brand. Don't be surprised if an As Ever mint chocolate collection drops, just in time for the documentary's streaming premiere. Royal commentators are calling 2026 the year of zero breakthroughs. They argue that jam and jewelry aren't enough to sustain a global legacy. If the inventory glitch is true and the products aren't moving, the accidental family content is the only breakthrough they have left, and it's a card they can only play once. Fact: the Girl Scout cookie business is worth $800 million annually. Meghan knows the value of that wholesome American market. By executive producing Cookie Queens, she's trying to insert herself into the DNA of American motherhood. The PR trap is making her brand synonymous with tradition, while her life is anything but. While Archie feeds a rhino in California, King Charles is reportedly distressed by the lack of contact with his grandchildren. The PR trap here is the exclusion. By showing these moments with the public via accidents, but not with the children's own grandfather, the Sussexes are using their kids as a wall, not a bridge. Rumors suggest an internal panic audit was triggered after the website glitch. If 220,000 jars are sitting in a warehouse, that's millions of dollars in stagnant capital. The accidental Lilibet video wasn't a mistake. It was a firebreak designed to change the subject from business. Failure to family cuteness. The high-rise shots of Archie's red hair aren't just for fans. It's a visual reminder to the British public. This is Diana's grandson. In the world of royal PR, DNA is the ultimate currency. If you can't have the royal proximity, you lean into the royal resemblance. Privacy in 2026 doesn't mean being unseen, it means being exclusively seen. The Sussexes have rebranded privacy as a commodity. You can't see the kids for free in a tabloid, but you can see them accidentally if you follow the Duchess's lifestyle brand. It's the ultimate pay-to-play PR trap, with their $100 million deal officially downgraded to a first-look agreement. The pressure is on. With love, Meghan failed to chart. Cookie Queens is a critical darling but a commercial question mark. The accidental family reveals are the heavy hitters used to keep Netflix from walking away as the Sundance lights dimmed. The question remained, did Meghan accidentally expose her children, or did she finally admit that her children are her only successful product? The PR trap has been sprung and the whole world is caught in the middle. Is it all over? No, it's just the beginning of the content era. In January 2026, the luxury brand has ever faced a crisis of code. A simple workaround adding 99,999 bottles of Napa Valley rose to a shopping cart tricked the website into revealing its hand. Instead of an out-of-stock message, a prompt appeared, only 23,972 items were added. It was a digital peek behind the curtain that revealed tens of thousands of unsold jars of marmalade and mulling kits. The PR trap of immediate sellouts was officially dismantled by a Reddit thread. Meghan's team didn't stay silent. Sources told People magazine that the high inventory numbers were actually a sign of massive success. They claimed the brand was simply preparing for global expansion, after placing a staggering million-unit order for a single product. But the question remains, if you're flying off the shelf, why is so much of the shelf still sitting in a warehouse? While the inventory scandal brewed, a new kind of content dropped. A video of Meghan and Harry dancing in their garden was released with a shocking credit. Filmed by Princess Lilibet. At just 4 years old, Lily is no longer just a subject. She's a participant in the Sussex media machine. It's a genius PR shield. It's much harder for critics to attack intrusive footage when the child is supposedly the one behind the lens. Fact. On a bright Sunday in January, when the child is supposedly the one behind the lens. Fact. On a bright Sunday in January. The privacy era took a back seat. High-definition photos of Prince Archie, 6, feeding a baby rhino at a California wildlife park were released. For the first time, fans saw a clear look at his bright red hair, confirming the strong ginger gene Harry once joked about. After years of blurry back of the headshots, the PR trap has shifted from hiding the kids to showcasing them in 4K. Insiders are calling these reveals ghost drops. By releasing family content at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, the Sussexes ensure they dominate the UK morning news cycle. By the time the couple wakes up in California and the content is archived or deleted, the images have already been broadcast to every breakfast table in London. It's a way to be the lead story without ever having to take a live interview. It gets more awkward. Reports from the Netflix Hollywood campus claim that storage rooms in the Icon and Epic buildings are filled with excess as-ever stock. Staffers are reportedly being told to take home jam, candles, and flower sprinkles for free. When your prestige product becomes a breakroom giveaway, the PR trap of being a luxury mogul starts to feel like a clearance sale. At the 2026 Sundance Film Festival, Meghan and Harry walked the red carpet for their documentary Cookie Queens. Meghan called it one of the most powerful depictions of an American tradition, but the PR trap followed her to the stage. She spoke about the pressures girls feel from society while simultaneously giving her own daughter cinematography credits on global social media. The irony wasn't lost on the critics. In my opinion, Meghan's obsession with Girl Scout nostalgia at Sundance is a carefully calculated Americanization of her brand. By talking about Thin Mints and her own days as a scout with her mom as troop leader, she's trying to scrub the royal title off and replace it with self-made mother. It's a rebrand that uses the kids as the ultimate relatable bridge. The legal drama in London reached a fever pitch. Harry's lawyers argued that his family is in immediate danger without state-funded protection. Yet, back in Montecito, the exact weekend itinerary and home layout are being shared on Instagram for engagement. You can't claim the world is a wild west of danger while you're providing the outlaws with a high-risk map of your backyard, the exit of their 11th publicist Meredith Maines on December 26 was a Christmas gift the Sussexes didn't want. When the chief communications officer walks out after a photo drama with the Kardashians, the PR machine begins to look less like a strategy and more like a series of reactive gambles. Without a pro at the helm, the accidental leaks feel a lot more like desperate measures. As February approaches, as Ever is launching its Be Your Own Valentine chocolate collection. Expect the accidental family glimpses to ramp up. It's the Sussex cycle, a hint of the kids, a surge in web traffic, and a push for the latest skew. The children aren't just family anymore. They're the ultimate seasonal promo. Fact, Netflix has quietly shifted the Sussexes from a guaranteed $100 million deal to a first-look agreement. In Hollywood, that means the paychecks only come if the content is irresistible. With her show With Love, Meghan failing to crack the top 1,000 in engagement, the pressure to use the kids to boost the numbers is higher than ever. During a recent candid video, the camera panned across the sprawling grounds of their estate, showing off a massive L-shaped pool. For a couple that once sued over a single drone photo, providing a 4K tour of their property to 12 million followers is a staggering 180-degree turn. The Privacy Shield has been traded for the Promotional Shield. In London, King Charles is reportedly very sad and yearning to see his youngest grandchildren. He hasn't seen Archie or Lily since 2022. Every accidental public reveal in America is a reminder of the gap in the king's own family. The PR trap here is using the kids for public likes while keeping them a private mystery from their own grandfather. The high-res shot of Archie's red hair wasn't just a cute moment. It's a visual anchor to the Spencer legacy. By highlighting the physical resemblance to Princess Diana's side of the family, the Sussexes are leaning into the most popular part of Harry's heritage to bolster their American brand. Royal commentators are calling 2026 the year of zero breakthroughs. They argue that jam and jewelry aren't enough to build a global legacy. If the products aren't moving in the Netflix gift shop report suggests they aren't, the accidental family content is the only leverage they have left. And you can only reveal a child's face for the first time once. The new Valentine collection is already facing heat for its $120 price tag. Critics are asking, who is this for? If the brand is struggling to move $14 jam, why would the public buy $120 chocolates? The PR trap of being an attainable luxury brand is starting to look like an expensive miscalculation. A single line in a recent charity update sparked a firestorm of speculation that Archie and Lilibet are already being prepared for careers. From video credits to zoo appearances, the children are being woven into the professional Sussex narrative. Is it a career or is it a PR trap they never asked to be in? In 2026, the word privacy has been replaced by exclusivity. The Sussexes aren't hiding anymore. They are curating, and in a curated life, even a mistake is a choice. The accidents are the only thing keeping the lights on as ever. And as the Sundance lights dimmed, the question remained, was it a glitch, a blunder, or a masterstroke? One thing is certain: Meghan Markle knows exactly where the camera is, even when she's pretending she doesn't. And that is the biggest PR trap of all. Is it all over? No, the content era is just beginning. To wrap up this saga, we've moved from the privacy era to the content era. The Sussexes have transitioned from guarding their children's images to strategically curating high-definition leaks that anchor their commercial brand as ever to the royal legacy. With mounting warehouse inventory and a shift in their Netflix partnership, the PR trap is no longer just a strategy for privacy, it's a strategy for survival. Thank you for watching and see you the next video. Bye bye.